Hey everybody, how are you? Hello, Scarlet Wizard, how are you? Let me get on here because there's a new thing. YouTube unlocked leaderboards. So I want to try to see these leaderboards here. That if you interact a lot, I guess you get put on the leaderboard, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, see, that's what those crowns are. So Life with Pro is a number 1 crown, number 2 crown. It's for Antonio's and Scarlet. The more you participate, yeah, the more you participate in stream, the higher your ranking is. So your participation includes comments, super thanks, or like super chats, and highlighted member comments, all the good stuff. And it's YouTube's new ranking thing they got going for live stream. So I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna maybe eventually we'll get some like rewards for ranking number 1 and stuff like that. But we're gonna test it out. But hello Antonios, how are you today? How is everybody's day? And then of course we have our super chat goal we're gonna be doing here as well. If you want to help support the channel, or actually, I actually have some tea for you, some Universal Studios Hollywood rumors and tea. And where's the tea emoji? There's the tea. Okay, so we have a reward if we reach the super chat goal. It's 10 teal super chats over the course of this live stream. Then we will go get a super chat goal, and I'll spill some tea here. So let's go ahead and start the goal here. There you go. This goal has been created. All right, we're getting Five Nights at Freddy's and Gen 4. Grand Theft Auto 6, that is correct. And I'm excited for both of those things. Five Nights at Freddy's. Let me tell you, Life with Pro, when Five Nights at Freddy's was announced, you were the first person I thought of because you've been talking about Five Nights at Freddy's for so long, like years now. I was like, oh my gosh, Life with Pro will probably be so proud. I'm actually so excited and happy for you, Life with Pro, because I know you're very excited for Five Nights at Freddy's. And after seeing the movie, I've never played the game, but after seeing the movie, I'm pretty excited as well. I think it'll be a great thing to have at Halloween Horror Nights. There. One of my friends, having drama. I'm not gonna say their name because I hope the drama gets solved. No, drama is no fun. Will Five Nights at Freddy's be a maze? I would think so, but maybe it's gonna be like a Dungeons and Dragons type of situation at FanFest nights, right? Because the Jim Henson Creature Company, they retweeted the tweet about Five Nights at Freddy's. So maybe, obviously they're involved either with some massive puppets or animatronics for the maze, or whatever it is. It's coming to both posts, and more details will be announced soon. I think soon will be Thursday, June 5th, because that was the rumored date for ticket sales for Orlando, at least, and then like a house announcement. I heard that. I heard it was going to be Terrifier. It was going to be announced, but I guess it's Five Nights at Freddy's. So I probably this Thursday we'll find out some more details on what it's going to be. And it's funny because John Murdy did say, remember, he just tweeted a couple days ago, last week, said he's designing something that's not a house, not a maze, not like a show, but that will like it. So I don't know if that's the Five Nights at Freddy's thing or something different, but it was very coincidental. So we'll have to see what Five Nights at Freddy's could be. Again, probably hopefully on Thursday will be that announcement there. Or hey, you never know, maybe tomorrow. Five Nights at Freddy's would be a good house to see event. I agree. I think it'd be really cool. A nice one of those nice family friendly houses for everyone. I think that would be really cool. Or again, like a Dungeons and Dragons type experience. I think Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters, those houses Ghostbusters should be switched from Horror Nights to FanFest nights, because that would be like a cool interactive Dungeons and Dragons type experience, the Ghostbusters walkthrough like that. So I know Ghostbusters has been at Horror Nights in the past, but I think it'd be really cool to have that at properly at FanFest nights, because that's really interactive. It could be a really interactive maze. Hello, Crash Adams, #1 fan. Thank you for joining the stream. Make sure to like, subscribe, and if you want some Universal Studios Hollywood rumors that I found out over the past couple days, then maybe, just maybe, you reach that super chat goal in this hour time frame. We have Midsummer Scream. Yes, Midsummer Scream is very interesting. It's funny how they're playing this. Midsummer Scream is opening the same weekend as Horror Unleashed in Vegas. Horror Unleashed opens that Thursday, 14th or whatever, and then that 16th, 15th, 16th, 17th is Midsummer Scream, where Horror Nights will also be represented. So it's funny. I guess they expect people to go to Vegas and then Midsummer Scream, or go to Vegas later. But it's funny how they're kind of like competing in that regard. I have a ticket for Saturday, August 16th for the Horror Unleashed, but I also applied to see if I can get media access for Midsummer Scream. So I'll either be at Midsummer Scream or I'll be at Horror Unleashed. And every time I try to live stream from Midsummer Scream, the Long Beach Convention Center kind of sucks. There's not really good reception there. So I don't know if I'll try to live stream if I go to Midsummer Scream, but they'll be doing some more videos than I ever have for Midsummer Scream, because it's getting more and more popular every year. I just wish it would change locations, either the Anaheim Convention Center, so we can get a hotel and stay around Disneyland, or the LA Convention Center, so I can just go drive back and forth home every day. But the Long Beach and LA Convention Center, I know I have much better reception. So yeah, but the Long Beach one just kind of sucks in terms of reception. So we'll see. Maybe next year, because it is getting more and more crowded at that place. Thank you for liking and subbing already, Crash Adams. Appreciate you and appreciate all of you watching the stream. For anyone just joining the stream on Twitter or YouTube, well, if you're on Twitter, you got to switch over to YouTube for this. But YouTube has this new ranking system, so everyone gets like little crowns. These people that interact and comment a lot, super chat a lot, they get these crowns, and you see these number 2 crowns. Number 1 right now is Life of the Pro, and number 2 is Antonio's and Scarlet Wizard, and number 3. So if you keep interacting, you'll get a crown and be on the leaderboard. And then I'm gonna eventually come up with like some prize. Look out for some polls in the next couple of days, because I want to do maybe some polls, and maybe we'll come up with like giveaways or prizes or something for people in the number 1 spot. If you get like number 1 if you're number 1 a certain amount of times in the stream, maybe we'll get like a giveaway or something, a gift or something. So I'll think of some cool ideas right here. So make sure to get those rankings up, and also let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments in the chat. What do you think I should do for people in the number 1? If you're in the rankings, if you're like the top 3 in the rankings with these little crowns, would you guys want the prizes or something? Or something, some kind of reward, or no? Let me know. Yes, now that everything is settled down after the wedding and all that good stuff, we should be back to a regular schedule. I had a Universal video out today, and a members only video I actually filmed. If you're not a member, you can again click the join button down below. It's only $5 a month, but I plan to do at least one member only video per month. At least I want to try to maybe do more, like 2 or 3, but I got one out for this month, and it's out yesterday. and this is it it's a kind of behind the scenes video. It's a behind the scenes video of where I film at Universal when I took some time filming when I was filming this update I put out today. I took some time and did some behind the scenes of locations and spots in City Walk and in the park that I filmed. So that's a members only video that's out now, so you can go check that out. I'll have some Six Flags stuff coming on Wednesday and Friday, and then I'll have some Universal. I have a really interesting Simpsons ride video, like the history and secrets of the Simpsons ride video that I'm planning for that to come out this weekend or next week. So stay tuned for that too. So a lot of content coming over the next week or so as we get back into our regular game, and I'll be at Universal Friday evening to film another update and maybe even go live. Maybe I'll just go live from the park Friday and then go back on Sunday and film the regular update. Or vice versa, I'll film the update while they're working on Friday and then go on live on Sunday. Very interesting. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'm still waiting for when Universal Hollywood HN tickets go on sale, because with 5 Nights at Freddy's being there, I'll be there on a heartbeat. Well, guess what? Life with Pro, you can message me on Instagram or Twitter or any social medias, or email me at ebecker@windsandeasttravel.com, and I can help you book those Halloween Horror Nights tickets if you like. The rumor to go on sale June 11th. So again, that's a total rumor. It's a rumor to go. It's Orlando June 5th, rumored, and then June 11th. So next Thursday would be when is that Thursday? Yeah, June 11th. Or Wednesday, whatever day that is. June 11th is the day I heard for Halloween Horror Nights tickets for Hollywood. So you can go, you can book your trip, your hotels, your tickets, everything with me if you'd like on that day. Just make sure to DM me. You can DM me the day before if you want. You can get started, and yeah. So that is up to you. That goes for anyone here looking to book Halloween Horror Nights tickets. If you don't have a pass, or if you're not getting a pass, and don't have a platinum pass. Is that an earthquake or is that people? Interesting. So I thought there was an earthquake, but maybe not. It was just a roommate. But yeah. Anyway, you can book all your trips with me. Just DM me on my social medias and get you all set up. Multimedia Assassin doing very, very well. Thank you so much. Scarlet Wizard, I'm making a show called Kinophobia. You can think of a name for the first episode because I finished the first episode. Any suggestions on the name? Well, I'd have to know what the episode's about before I can suggest a name, but I suggest looking at a summary of the episode and kind of whatever the theme of the episode is, making the name based on that. How will Fast and Furious compare to Velocicoaster? Fast and Furious. Well, let's see. Well, let's do exact comparisons. So, exact comparisons. They're both made by Intamin. This one spins. It's a controlled spin, where Velocicoaster does not spin. This one, a Velocicoaster goes 70 miles per hour, and this one will go about 73 miles per hour. Velocicoaster, I think it's actually a minute and a half. Well, a little over a minute and a half. This ride will be about a minute and a half. Velocicoaster is themed to Jurassic World and dinosaurs, so themed to Fast and Furious. So, intensity wise, I think it depends. If spinning is your I think it'll be a little bit more intense because the spin. In fact, I guess there was some sort of meeting with executives or team members or something, but it was described in this meeting that Fast and Furious will be Velocicoaster on steroids. That's the exact quote that one of the Hollywood executives made in this meeting. So I guess it'll be a little bit more intense than Velocicoaster. You're making a retrospective video on the Simpsons ride. Yes, I'm going to do a video on the Simpsons ride. Not tips and tricks, but history and some secrets of the Simpsons ride. Like, for example, that it was Back to the Future before, and history on the ride building and all the good stuff. I'm going to be recording it soon. I got some footage from the park and my own POV that I made. I'll be using some footage like that and trying to find some old archival footage of Back to the Future as well. So Gonna be a cool video, I think, and I plan to have that one out next week. Hola, it's my baby, right? That's my wife. Hey, I can finally say that's my wife right there. Um, gonna make more retrospective videos on other rides. So I have actually in the past. I just don't know how good they are. So I'm gonna go and probably do. I'll do them again. But I do plan to do some more history videos like that. And I'll probably redo some as well. There he is. Look at him. Look at Mr. Osandi. Hi. Oh, look at this cutie. You can't see him, but there's a cute German Shepherd trying to get his head stuck in that chair. Look at him. So cute. I still need to know what else will be at H since Five Nights at Freddy's up. We all need to know. And we'll find out by August or early September. Well, certainly by August, probably by late July. Does it feel strange not making any more construction update videos on Epic Universe? It does not. It doesn't feel strange. It actually feels good because those videos were hard to make. Those are fun videos, but those were very hard to make since I wasn't there. So it was a whole voiceover situation. And obviously these are voiceover situations that Hollywood updates, but I'm making the coverage myself. So it's just easier when I'm there filming, but it's very hard being on the opposite coast making an Epic Universe construction update. And there'll be more because there's expansions already happening. So I'll make other Epic Universe expansion videos when those get under construction. So they're not done, but they're on a pause. Five Nights at Freddy's is amazed what scenes will we see from the movie. Whatchamacallit? Probably I'm gonna call it Chuck E. Cheese. Or I guess it's called Freddy's. That's the place, right? Anyway, a lot of it took place in the Chuck E. Cheese. It's basically what it was. It's called Freddy's or whatever. Freddy Fazbear, or whatever the place was called in the movie. So I assume a lot of it will be from there. Maybe there's some scenes at Josh Hutcherson's house, so maybe there. But I assume most of it in the arcade. Exactly. See, she knows. It took forever. It took like days, a couple days to make those things. Now I have more time to hang out with the wife. After Fast Furious Hollywood Drift, when should Universal make announcements of expansions, new attractions? I think they should make them now, but they'll probably make them when they're halfway done. Unfortunately. Well, kind of unfortunate. It's fun, like to guess and like, oh, what's coming up next, and looking at the permit, what's coming up next, and guess and speculate. But then I think sometimes they wait too long. Like Velocicoaster was just like Fast and Furious. It was complete. The track was complete before they actually showed anything. They did show like a reveal. They did a whole reveal video for the train car, just like they do Stardust Racers. So hopefully they do something similar here. You'll be able to sit in a Fast and Furious car. It's already on the track, but it'll be fully unwrapped. You'll be able to sit in a Fast and Furious car in 11 days on June 13th for Mega Movie Summer when that opens. There'll be a photo op there. There's a media event on June 12th that the car will be unveiled. So maybe then, that's Thursday. So maybe then there'll be a whole reveal video and stuff for the Fast and Furious car. After Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, we need the announcement of Dark Universe. That would be cool. Well, as long as we have Monsters Unchained. Chuck E. Cheese, yeah, it's basically Chuck E. Cheese. Five Nights at Freddy's. Will the rumor probably be our next amazing announcement? I think so, because I really thought I really heard that was supposed to be the first announcement for Hollywood, at least. Well, I guess for both of them. But I guess Five Nights at Freddy's did have that panel at the Brazil Comic-Con, or is it either Brazil Comic-Con or Mexico Comic-Con? There was a Comic-Con this weekend, either in Brazil or Mexico, and they had a Five Nights at Freddy's panel, and that's where the movie Five Nights at Freddy's 2 release date was announced, so I'll be seeing that. I think it comes out in December, October 6th, I think. Be seeing that. I'm excited for that. And then the Fortnite's announcement. Would you like to visit the site where Universal UK is going to be built? Yes, I like to visit the site when it's open. So I like to visit Universal Studios UK. Luckily, my new family has family over there. My wife has family over there. So he's family history over there. So like in Scotland. So it'd be a cool little UK tour. All right, let's look at the community. All right, so here's the community. So I'm still starting to, again, this community leaderboard is something new Universal is doing to promote more engagement and stuff. So the community leaderboard with 100 experience points. You have Life with Pro, Multimedia Assassin has 75 experience points, and Antonius has 75 experience points. Those are our top three right now. But you have Aussie Extreme and Xfinity and Scarlet Wizard also have 75 experience points. And you guys number 4 and 5. And again, commenting, super chats, super stickers, members, all that good stuff, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff increases your spot on the community leaderboard. And I'm gonna, this is like, I like this whole leaderboard thing. I'm gonna definitely dream up some prizes and small prizes or rewards for like people in the number 1 or top 3 positions over the next few days for like live streams, because I think it's a pretty cool idea. We got Elizabeth Groovy and Raph, Vince, Megaman, 50 experience points. Vegas, Disney RTV at 25 with Junior 2K. And that's our top 9. I think it goes top 10, but we have 10 people here. So that's what's going on. And we still have our super chat goal for some Universal Studios Hollywood tea. That tea, by the way, includes a potential next expansion, or at least an expansion coming in the next few years that I recently heard about a couple of days ago, or last week, really. Let's see. Oops, this guy. Play a bit. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta clean this, guys. I have a big cleaning day coming up, and I'm gonna clean this whole desk. And poor turtle that I got from our cruise is being suffocated by this lunchbox. Okay. Uh, yeah. By the way, exploring attractions. Took a picture of the Fast and Furious car at Universal today. Ride vehicle, and it is confirmed onboard audio. There's some 2 big speakers there, so hopefully they'll play some Fast and Furious music with Dom Toretto, telling you to move that vehicle. Let's see if they brought Universal or Dark Universal Hollywood with both Monsters Unchained and the canceled Monster. Would it be a hit within the park? I think so, because Universal Hollywood, I think, definitely needs a show, specifically an indoor show, because they have an outdoor show, so we need another indoor show. I know special effects show is definitely outdated. I like the animal actors, though. Too bad they can relocate that one. But another show to have an indoor and outdoor show would be fantastic. And the Monsters Unchained, I'm sure, would be a hit. I mean, it's where the monsters were born. Okay. Okay. Let's see. All right, guys. Any questions? Any questions you guys got going there? Let's see. All right. Do you plan to go live at Fast and Furious Universal opening day for Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift? Yes, I will certainly be going live for that. Um, I'll be taking the day off work, going live for that, and also on soft opening days. I plan to go to the park just like with Super Nintendo World. I plan to go to the park after work and look at look at the ride for soft opening too. And I'll be doing a lot of testing when they're doing full cycle testing. I'll be doing it at the park a lot as well. Oh, nice. What are you cooking? Let's see here. Ah, I love me some steak. Mm, mm, mm. Very good stuff. Very, very good. Hope Universal makes 5 minutes to praise merchandise for Asian like they do with other properties they use for Asian in previous years. I think so. I hope they will because I mean they know that's gonna be a massive money maker. So I'm sure they'll go ahead and make some Five Nights at Freddy's merchandise. I feel like they'd be silly if they didn't. Should the universe consider making Five Nights at Freddy's ride? Well, we'll have to see how. I feel like they want to see how the property does in other ways, like as a house and etc. Or like during Horror Nights. If again the merch sells a lot, then yeah, maybe they would. But I think they don't want to jump the shark too early. The real question is, do the universe like, Five Nights at Freddy's land? I don't think they should. I don't know if it's that big a property for like a land. Like a land has to draw mass, even a ride has to draw mass appeal. So like the movie would have to do bonkers. I know the movie did well, but it would have to be like 800 to $1 billion, 800 million to $1 billion. Um, like for like land status, you know. It makes sense to make a Five Nights at Freddy's ride since Universal seemingly making a film franchise. Yeah, no, if those films, do better and better, then yeah, certainly. But if they stick into the 200 to 300 million range, it'll just probably stick around as a Horror Nights franchise. Like the other Blumhouse properties, like Megan. Megan's a constant staple now. Horror Nights is fantastic. There's a Six Flags license with DC extends nuts. It does now since they're the same company, so they can put DC characters and DC rides and knots if they want to. I hope they don't, but they could. Or what if they made Five Nights at Freddy's ride in Dark Universe at Epic Universe? Yeah, that could work if they just made a Dark Universe and that's kind of a generic Monsters Land. That could work for sure. The aesthetic of Dark Universe is a bit different than Five Nights at Freddy's, so the facade would have to match, um, the rest of the land. Checking out our community standings. They're the same. Top three are Life Pro Multimedia Assassin and Antonios Enjoyus. If we don't get five nights at Freddy's Land, please give us anime. Anime is much more likely than an anime land. It's much more likely than Five Nights at Freddy's, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'll definitely. I don't know. I wonder if I should go live on Friday or on Sunday from the park. Let's see. Probably Sunday because I'll have more time. Probably from a construction update on Friday and Sunday go on time. Blanche looked like a rundown, dilapidated part of Epic Universe. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Calling it now, Springfield in Universal Hollywood becomes Anime Land, and Marvel Superhero Island in Universal Adventure becomes anime. We shall see. We shall see. I'm sure an anime land will come somewhere eventually. I don't know about how soon, but I'm sure. I mean, look, it's already being represented in FanFest nights, and it was a big hit, so I think it'll come somewhere eventually. Do you think there's unfair comparisons between Monsters Unchained and the Haunted Mansion out there between theme park fans? Um, Maybe sometimes, but yeah, there's very different rides geared to very different audiences, and one's very old, one's very new. It's very hard to compare them because there's different rides systems and different again it's different towards different audience. Same theme, but just different. One's humorous and meant for families. One's more scarier and more edgier. So, but remember today that if testing goes well for Fast and Furious, they could preview early, like November. Yeah, that's what I've always thought. I thought that Fast and Furious could preview during the holidays and then open up in February. So I can agree with that rumor. Can't wait to see them just testing though. Cannot wait to see them testing on the track. A Barbie Land would do well. that's already like kind of coming to the Mattel Adventure Park in Phoenix. But I feel like a Barbie mini land may do well. Let's see here. Let me try to run a poll. I can't do polls on mobile, huh? Mm-hmm. I cannot do a poll on mobile. I want to run a new audience. But again, remember, they don't own Barbie, so they have to do a licensing deal with like Mattel. I want to see if I can do a poll. No, I'll just ask chat. Should I awards for your rankings? Damn. I want to do a poll, but it's kind of hard. I can't do it from the phone. I have to go on here, but answer the question down below. I hope the pass holder team cast and media previews of Fast and Furious Hollywood Trip beginning in October or November at the latest. The media previews will begin before the thing opens, like February. But the other ones, the other stuff in the cast previews and probably annual pass holder previews too, but all those honestly would probably begin. Maybe team member will begin like later on this year, but the rest probably next year. Dumb question. Oh, no question's ever dumb. Which one is humorous and family friendly, and which one's darker and edgier? Hana mentions humorous and family friendly, and darker and edgier is Monsters Unchained. Hey, as the stream has 12 likes, make sure to like that stream, subscribe if you haven't already. And again, we have a super chat goal for some Universal Hollywood tea there, 10 super chats, $5 or more. You also become a member. I have a new early access videos up, as well as member only videos up as well. Make sure to like and subscribe. That also helps the channel very much. Okay. Let's see what we got. All right. Disney made a new Haunted Mansion ride. Would have giant lions statue would it have giant lion statues at the front of the gate? I don't think so. I'll tell you something though. Probably have a lot of screens, unfortunately. So hopefully I don't get it. Gladly we don't have new Haunted Mansion ride. We got Monsters Unchained. Do you think we can get the singular ride or the entire land? Probably the entire land because it's the smallest land in Epic Universe. And I've heard people say it looked like it was designed for Hollywood, and it's the same like Sal's Hogsmeade with the village in front and then two eyes in the back. So hopefully ours, if we were to get it, would be village in front on the lower lot, and then ride and show in the back. Let me go and not to put this over here. I'm looking at your comments, looking at this very. I like this little community thing. Do you guys like this little community ranking thing that uh, YouTube has put out? I think it's kind of cool. Definitely, I definitely want to play around with that in the future. By any chance, you know the largest dark ride show building in the world? I actually have no idea. Let's see. Largest dark ride show building in the world. The Tower of Terrors. Walt Disney World is often cited as the largest dark ride show building with a height of 200 feet, 199 feet. So there you go. Tower of Terror. I've thought about this. Which Disney building in a with Disney building park in Abu Dhabi, which attraction from the US park can go to that park? I think it'll be different. I don't think any attractions go from the US parks go to that park. I think attractions from that park will go to the US parks in 5 to 10 years. For some reason I thought for some reason I got Trinity Center Earth at Tokyo Disney Sea. That's also a pretty large show building. And a ride I definitely want to ride for sure. Do you think Disney Abu Dhabi is going to be limited to what IP they can put in there? I don't think so. They'll probably choose stuff that's more whatever's popular in the Middle East. Definitely a large Aladdin land, I'm sure will go there. Now that Six Flags have had all the park presence, unfortunately, do you think all the projects they work on will be scrapped? No, they'll continue to be working. That's just a cost cutting measure. But all like the new Six Flags update coming up in the next couple of days, that project's going on, and actually, and I discussed as I discussed in the video, will actually get plussed up. But that was just a cost cutting measure. Unfortunately, still unfortunate, but it happens with mergers. Given Disney is building a park in Abu Dhabi, who knows? Maybe in 10 years we'll see Universal with a park since the planned Dubai Land Park was canceled. Maybe I think that Universal's next park overseas though will be in South Korea. Don't you wish Disney would have kept the love of dark rides at Epcot from days Yeah, especially Florida's hot and as many dark rides as possible. And they shouldn't replace. They have so much and the blessing of size. They should expand and not replace. And that's at all their parks in Florida. I still believe that after Great Britain and South Carolina, US will figure out where to build a park over there in the UAE. Maybe that'll be like decades down the line, though. We'll see. By that time, we'll have a know. We'll know how Disney's doing. So, you know, well, we shall see. The many theme park fans would be very excited if Korea got a Disney or Universal Park. I think so too. I think Korea has a good market for that. All right, do a few more minutes of questions. Yes. Should Maryland ever consider building licensed IP in the Legoland parks? Maybe. I don't know. They have a lot of good properties on their own, but maybe. I think Australia and Canada are two countries that Universal and Disney should consider for future parks. I agree. Australia, especially, doesn't really have. They have some like Warner Brothers World. They don't have like a major theme park from the big two, and Canada as well. But Australia, I think, has a little bit better weather. So I looked at it first. Yeah, Lego Marvel. Yeah, well, I don't know if Disney or Universal would, or Disney or Warner Brothers would allow that. Or sorry, Six Flags would allow that. If they did, there would be a lot of negotiating and compromising. Yeah, that is very true. Yes, Pokemon is still planned for Universal Studios Japan and Universal Orlando Resort. Yeah, I'm gonna have to All right, couple more minutes of questions before I head on out for this evening. So last minute questions, and then make sure to like and subscribe as well. I'll be going live from the park at least once this weekend, probably on either on Friday or Sunday. And I'll have some Six Flags stuff coming up next. The rest of the week will be Six Flags basically. Universal Japan does make a Pokemon. How would you feel? How would you if it's some sort of augmented reality show like you're watching Pokemon Battle in Stadium? That'd be pretty cool. I think I'm gonna use the Scoop Vehicle because I think it's just retheming Spider-Man into it, but that'd be cool. Hopefully, Hollywood gets Pokemon in some way. We might. We just might. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining on this lovely Monday morning or Monday evening. Happy June, by the way. It's June 2nd. We're racing into summertime, and soon we'll be in the holidays, and then we'll rinse and repeat. It'll be a brand new year. Can you believe it? We're just flying by. Make sure to book all your trips with me. If you want, you can book your trips with me. Just shoot me a DM or email me at ebecker@whensintheeasttravel.com. Everything is in the description below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and become a member for exclusive videos and early access to the Six Flags stuff and more Universal stuff coming up this weekend. Also, I want to get to Disneyland and film Paint the Night and a whole bunch of other stuff. Full park tour and all that good stuff at Disneyland. And we're gonna actually stay at the Grand Californian eventually, so that'll be a whole thing there. Maybe 4th of July weekend we can check it out. But we'll see. That'd be pretty fun. But as always, stay tuned for a whole bunch of content. Like, subscribe, and have an epic day. Bye, everybody. Fun talking to you, and we'll